Last week, we told you about an ongoing action in which the U.S. military, in conjunction with Facebook, is removing allegedly fake profiles of senior officers on Facebook. We told you that the military tasked former military personnel to work with Facebook. These liaisons are called trusted agents. We told you we knew of at least one trusted agent who was poorly trained and disregarded orders and took it upon herself to target more than just fake senior officers' profiles, but instead all military profiles which she deemed fake. We also told you that against orders, she farmed out this responsibility to an anti-scamming group on Facebook called Nigerian Scammers Get Off Facebook, which was owned by the woman many call, quote-unquote, Bitchel. We also told you that a lot of the people tasked with finding these profiles were not only untrained and unpaid, but had not yet recovered from being scammed and were still full of anger and hurt. We told you we had evidence of all this. Today, we start the process of revealing our evidence. Here is an excerpt from an email Trusted Agent DeWitt sent to U.S. Army veteran Rich Munson. DeWitt writes, "Here's the deal. A few months ago, Big Army made a deal with Facebook to allow a handful of PAOs at 4-star HQs to do a direct report to Facebook to eliminate scammers. I'm that PAO for my command. Although I think they only meant for us to go after people posing as our senior leadership, no one really set guidelines for me. I've attached a screenshot of recent email from Facebook to my Yahoo account to sort of provide verification of my claims. Elizabeth B's group is the one I went to first, and those ladies have been providing links left and right. But that group has issues, which I'm sure you've seen. Despite the drama, I typically pull and delete 200 to 300 scam profiles a day there." Rich Munson responds, "Miss Bishel has some issues and has caused a lot of problems among those of us trying to educate people over the scams. I will ask this of you, though. If you need someone to look at the list prior to final disposition and verify that the profiles being removed are indeed fake, please send them to me. The last thing you need in your position, and I was a BN PAO my last 2 years in the Army, is to remove a soldier's profile that is currently deployed. Some of the profiles that get sent around are actual soldiers. In fact, they tried to have my personal profile removed and called me a scammer. Not all the links they send are vetted before they report them. No profiles were ever sent to Rich Munson for vetting. Real Facebook profiles were deleted. We will cover that in the future. For now, let's look at a few examples of the quote-unquote drama in that group. Here, we can see a profile of a man, and the head of Nigerian Scammers Get Off Facebook asks who wants to play with him. One of the members says she will, and then she says we will see how much money she can get out of him. Doesn't that sound like something a scammer would say? This man has never been accused of scamming, and no evidence exists that he has ever asked anybody for money. Remember how Rich Munson wrote about being falsely reported as a scammer? Here we can see the owner of Nigerian Scammers Get Off Facebook order her members to report Scott Hughes. One of them even calls him an African scammer. Who's Scott Hughes? He's the creator of Military Phonies and the lead administrator on the Fake Warrior Project Facebook page. More importantly, he's a very real former U.S. Marine. Can the woman they call Bitchel not spot a real profile? Did she go after Mr. Hughes because he had spoken out against her? Is this the type of person a trusted agent should be working with and who should be in charge of submitting profiles for deletion? Until we see you next time, question everything and stay safe.